Are you home?
Oh, hello?
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 Hi, can I come in?
Yeah, come in.
Alrighty.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh.
I want to talk to you about something.
Yeah, what do you need?
I remember we had talked a while ago. It was about something kind of silly, and I don't think you were fully there, and...
Oh, was I had it again?
But, probably.
Okay.
No, it was pretty obvious that you were. I don't know why I'm trying to act clueless to it. You said something a bit worrying.
I did?
You had made jokes about having killed over 200 people.
I said that.
You did.
What else did I say?
Not much else about it. You seemed kind of like you wanted to say it, but you also didn't want to say it at all.
Yeah.
It was a bit strange.
So the accident happened around 3 years and 8 months ago.
Huh.
And as you can tell, I was in the circus once. And
Yes, I believe you told me that.
that half of my body is burnt and covered in bandages.
Mm-hmm.
That is all because of the accident that happened at the circus. We were doing a performance, and I just couldn't control the fire, and the entire tent set on fire.
Huh.
I'm somehow the only one who survived.
How would that be possible?
I don't know. I mean, I got burnt alive. I should be dead. I should have died then. Everyone else did.
Is that what the original causes of these extra burns were?
Yeah, all the burns on my arms. They're under my clothing, they're also halfway across like my torso and a bit down my leg as well.
Jeez. Huh. I can see why you're so tense about fire.
I had the ability to manipulate it once. And now I fear it.
I believe anyone would be afraid of it.
I just don't understand. Like, if my mother taught me one thing about fire, it's how to control it. I don't understand how I couldn't control it.
There's always an external problem in something.
Yeah?
There is almost always an external problem. It was likely nothing you had control over.
I was-
Perhaps you were panicking.
I wasn't. Well, I kind of was. Kind of just doing the same thing I did every morning. Getting ready for the show. Everyone was showing up. We were all hanging out outside the tent, you know. There was around 200 people there that day. And then something hit me. And I felt like someone was a monster. Someone was going to kill us all. And for some reason I had to find them. Kill them first. This somewhat panicked fear spread over me. And I kept looking for who this monster was. I trapped the tent, so no one could leave until I found this monster. And then accident.
Huh. Well, you had good intentions.
I don't think I...
What do you mean?
When I found the monster, I attacked them, killed them. But then the feeling of panic and violence went away. And I felt like I was the monster. Got the wrong.
River, don't say stuff like that.
It's true. I was the
It's
monster.
not.
I was looking so much and I felt violent, I felt fear, and I killed the wrong person.
Anyone in your position would have done the same.
How do you know? It was wrong.
Every other... You didn't know that. There would have been no way for you to know that.
I
You
should have.
felt a sudden feeling, a premonition of sorts. That is something you cannot control. You cannot shake the images from your mind when they are filling your mind forcefully by something else. You had no control over the situation.
What do you mean? I'm the murderer.
You may have... You did not have control over the fear and anger. You did not have control over that, and emotions will make people do crazy things.
Would it make you kill
It's
your
been
lover?
I don't know if I would personally understand that, because I do not have that kind of interest in other people.
Well, I do. And that's how I thought the monster was. Or I woke up and realized I was them. Was my first girlfriend. I thought she was the monster. Why would I think that? I've known her my entire life. Why would I think she was the monster? Why would I kill her?
I'm not sure. There may have been a reason in mind before that we just can't recall now.
It's nothing. I set everything up. I set the tent up to trap people inside. I set off the fire. I killed my lover. I did it all. There was no monster that day. I was the monster. Everyone else was just a friend or family member or a bystander. No one else but me was the monster.
This is a bit more of a complicated topic, but I wish I had the words to really explain it to you, but sometimes we believe things that aren't true and that will do things to us that will ruin things about us. But if we sit around and force ourselves to suffer for every waking moment because of something that happened years ago, you will never find peace. Whether you feel you deserve it or not, you need to find some... You do. Look at everything you've done here. You're building a community to protect people.
It's not enough, though.
Gauss nesting is one of the few places in the world that I haven't seen the corrosion hit.
Well, that's just because it's far away from everything. The corrosion will get here eventually.
Well, then we'll have each other. We have plans and we can figure it out.
What if I hurt someone again? What if it happens again?
Then it could be figured out.
No one figured it out until it was too late last time.
Whether it be figuring it out in the aftermath or in the moment, it can be figured out. It'd be completely stupid to assume that there is no solution. To assume that there is never going to be a solution to it. There is one. There's always one.
What would the solution to this one be? All that's happened in the last 3.5 years is I was isolated and one of my old friends called Crow has come back to life. Is following me for some reason. I don't know if he knows what I did or if he's forgotten. But I don't think it's gonna be any good for me.
I believe I met Crow once. I am unsure what to say.
What is
Seems
there
like
to
not-
say?
Seems like not everything's all bad. At least some of us have popped back up after something happened.
Yeah, after I killed you. It's already
And I
happened
forgive you
again,
for that.
Alex.
And I forgive you because I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was the one who put down the fire. I was the one who scared the shit out of you. I was the one who stepped out of line and freaked you out.
I was the one who showed up in your house in the first place. If I had never gone there, if I had just trusted you.
If I had just given you the books, then it wouldn't have needed to happen at all.
I shouldn't have asked for them. It was a mistake.
I should have given you the books to begin with. I should have just trusted you with them instead of trying to keep them to myself because I was afraid that you would end up getting hurt.
Well, the trust would have been for nothing. The book's been taken anyway. Oh. Look at that, River tried to do something good and just ended up with someone taking these very powerful books. Again.
There's nothing saying that we can't get them back. There is still time to fix this. We have been working hard to try to fix what has been broken.
None of it's worked. Even the angel wasn't able to fix anything.
But we're trying to bring back the angel. We're trying to fix it. We have the pieces that we need. We just need to put them together. We've already put together the angel piece. Now we just need to help people where we can.
People don't trust us.
Okay? Then do things that they didn't think they needed help with. Don't go to them directly. Figure out what the people need and help them without them noticing you were even there.
I guess that might do something. Up people's hopes before the world ends.
Whether it be known that it was us or not. Even raising the slight tinge of hope, any tinge of hope, we all need it. The hope that you've been able to hold has changed others. It's changed me. You've done some things that you can't take back. But that doesn't mean that you can't... That doesn't mean that you should spend your entire life suffering. Suffering in silence with your own mind, your own emotions, forever. It's... You can't do that to yourself. It's only going to make these problems worse. You have to keep your head level. And we need to figure this out.
Yeah,
If you force yourself to suffer over the incident forever, you will never be able to move on. And you genuinely deserve to have the chance to find peace.
I tried to move on. When I showed up in Point Blank in Emberlyn, I tried to have a second chance, but then, you know, Crow showed up, and even if I try to move past it, my past is gonna always be there. It's a matter of time till Crow realizes what I did.
And That's the hard part. We just need to accept that it happened, and the consequences will always follow. But that doesn't mean that we have to force it over our heads every single moment. Problems will arise no matter what happens. Problems will always arise. What's important is that we push through it. Push through the accidents, through all the problems. If they choose not to forgive you after all the work that you've put in trying to create a safe world, I don't think they were even on your side to begin with. We have been risking our lives trying to figure this out. We went to go deal with the null fragment. We went to go try to fix this. We're trying to rebuild the angel. And what have they done? They have no room to speak on this. They have zero room to speak on whether or not you deserve forgiveness. The work that you have put in, the energy I've seen you put into this, it is nothing I have ever witnessed in my entire life. Your determination is beautiful, and I don't want you to forget that. You are worthy of forgiveness.
Do you really forgive me?
I do. I wasn't ever mad to begin with. I was just scared because I wasn't sure what was happening.
You're not even mad I buried you in the snow?
At most, it kind of just freaked me out that the first thing that I felt when I woke up was cold. You were scared. I could tell you were. When we were talking, you sounded freaked out. Everything. We were both freaked out. I have no doubt in my mind that we were both scared in that moment. All of that happened out of fear. I was never really mad. If anything, I was more mad at myself for not just giving you the books when I was supposed to. If I had just given you the books, then none of this would have happened. I would still be made of wood, and I'd still be afraid to go out in the rain. Who knows, maybe none of this would have ever happened. Maybe there wouldn't have ever been a need.
You were doing what you thought was right as well.
I didn't think what I was doing was right at all.
Why were you doing it?
No one is immune to the need to feel some kind of power, some kind of value. Others, other than you, didn't really value me. So I hoarded things that others saw as valuable in attempts to become more valuable, in a sense.
I don't know what you'd call it, but I value anything that has a face. And I gave the Milos faces. Then when one of them separated as a Alex, it was more than just a face. You could actually talk to me.
You've always been so kind to all of us. I don't know what any of us really did to deserve someone like you. You've made mistakes. We all have. But the compassion that you show others is what sets you apart from your mistakes and past events. Whilst you have tried to change, I have not. I do not feel I should forgive myself for the incidents that have happened because of my greed. You deserve forgiveness. I need to keep working.
Right. You're under way too much stress already.
No. I had my reasons to go after the null fragment. If someone else didn't take it, I would have.
What do you think I was trying to do?
You were doing it to fix your mistakes. I was doing it for my own selfish reason.
What was that selfish reason?
I wanted to make myself a body that didn't hurt like this one does. I wanted to go back and rewrite the story in a way that I would be able to be more like you and less like this. I wanted so badly just to have that moment, that opportunity where I would be close enough to human, in hopes that maybe I'd get some respect from someone that I wasn't terrified of at the time.
You know, I've not met many humans in my life. Everyone's always been a mixture of things. I'm human and goat. You have a humanoid body and you're a pumpkin. Cesium's just a humanoid body, they're very far from. I mean, they're, what is it, like a metal or something? Element?
It's an element, I believe.
Yeah. So, being a person doesn't mean being human. I'm not really sure what it means, but you don't have to be human to be a person.
Then why do so little people respect me? Why does it seem like you're the only person who cares?
I can't see into the mind of a... I mean... Yeah, like, I honestly do not know why they don't value you as much as I do. You're a very intelligent pumpkin. Anything with this much intelligence is definitely a person.
Thank you.
Maybe different people just don't care for things. Again, anything with a face, anything that can move, I care for it all. Chickens, like, well, all this is for chickens. Even the very deadly rock, I gave a face and then I cared about it.
I remember vague things from before I was a pumpkin. I remember vaguely talks about Gallus nesting being called a chicken cult.
Oh yeah. I call that phase 1, the chicken. Well, actually, the phase 1 was more of the prank war, and then phase 2 was the chicken cult. And I guess this is phase 3, the Gallus nest.
There was a prank war?
Yeah, so I kind of made a chicken mountain, an observer killed one of the chickens, and then I kind of started this prank war with the observer, because let me get this straight, the observer did not mean to kill the chicken, okay? So we kind of started this prank war with the chicken, and with the, well, not the chicken, the observer, and we made some statues saying, oh, this is the mother chicken and stuff. And then the last prank we did in the prank war was the chicken flood. And that was the one that kind of glitched the chicken mother into reality. And then since then I've made the chicken cult, and then people didn't really like the word cult too much, so I turned it into a village instead. And here we are. Thank you for the raid, by the way.
The name starts to make a lot more sense.
I'm glad you could join the cult section. Yeah, I think it was Crinny who suggested Gallus. Gallus nesting. It's where the chickens rest. Where everyone can rest. It's safe from it. I also see you have your smile back.
I do?
Smaller one, but you are smiling.
Huh. By the way, I wanted to ask, is your eye feeling alright?
It's feeling a lot better than it was originally.
I mean, the eye in parentheses. Well, quote marks? It's...
The missing eye.
Yes,
Yeah. It's feeling a lot better than it was.
That's good to hear.
Well, I'll probably check it out tomorrow. To remove the bandages and stuff. Or replace them.
Alright.
I have replaced the bandages on my arm, by the way.
Alright, that's good to hear. Are you doing okay with that? Or do you have any excessive pain?
Well, my arm seems pretty much fine, I guess.
If it's all scar tissue, then why not remove the bandages? They would only be constricting movement, and
I'm not a doctor. I just see something bad and it's like, oh, put bandages on it, that'll make it better. I just
that
think my leg
isn't
is
always
bad. Because I ain't a doctor.
I mean, I've seen you jump off of some pretty crazy ledges and do things that I don't think someone with a broken leg could do. Not to mention, when did you break your leg?
I broke it 3 years and 7 months ago, but it healed incorrectly. So it's not technically broken, it's just weak. So like if I stood on, if I like, I mostly land with my left foot. Wait, on my right foot, wait. Yeah, my right foot. I mostly land with my right foot, but let's say I jumped from a high spot and I landed on my left one. Because of how the bone healed, it could break easily. So it's just weak because of how it healed wrong.
Well, if it ends up breaking again, you do have the opportunity to try to reform it where it should have been.
I mean, I
But
keep
of course,
saying to
that'd be
people.
incredibly painful.
Yeah, I keep saying to people, if I ever meet a proper doctor, I will see if I can get it fixed. The
We
least
really
painful
need a
way
doctor
prefer.
around here.
We really do. Maybe once I finish building the hospital, some doctor will show up.
That'd be nice. Though I can't promise that the leg repair would be too painless. If it healed incorrectly, that means that the bones are misshapen and will likely need to be broken to fix them.
Yeah, maybe if I'm high, I won't feel it.
Anesthesia is very common with these kinds of surgeries, I believe. So you'll be completely unconscious while it happens.
And I ain't a doctor, so I'll have to wait till one shows up to see what can.
Yeah.
Well, it was definitely nice to get that stuff off my chest.
It's really good to hear. I think we both just needed something off of our chests.
Yeah. I've been pretty much keeping that secret for 3.5 years.
Well, you're free from it now.
Almost. I just need to know if Crow will forgive me or not. I think I can fully move on once Crow forgives me.
I wouldn't hold that over your head like that. Forgiveness of others is not always an option. Nor is it always a good thing. I've learned in some cases if someone were to forgive you fully for something that happened, you wouldn't learn from that incident. I remember during the entire thing with the books, I remember I was constantly being told, oh no, you were in the right, you should have done something. If they kept pushing me to hate you and actively seek out and hurt you.
I'm glad you didn't listen to them.
I may not be the brightest, but at least I have common sense. But because I was so assured in that moment that I was doing something right, I thought, you know what, if I'm doing something right, then maybe I should keep doing things for myself. And then that led to the train of thought of, what if I used a null fragment to try to turn back time to before everything happened, and who knows, maybe make myself a new body, then none of this would have happened, and there wouldn't have been an issue. It wouldn't have happened to begin with, and, well, I'm really happy it didn't turn out like that.
Me too.
I know that there would have been some kind of strings attached.
They're always low.
Shitty.
I mean, I've definitely learned with these null fragments and stuff that no matter how many people are defending it, someone will always steal. So for me specifically, I think in the future I'd rather steal it first.
I'll try to help you out where I can.
Then at least we know it's in good hands.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we had the crystal maze thing. No one was guarding it because no one knew it was there, but it was still obvious. We had the
Yeah.
heart. Like, everyone but like 2 people were defending it and it's still stolen. Same with the null fragment. It seems everyone's defending it, but it's still taken. So, next time this happens,
Mostly because
I'm gonna take it before anyone else can.
I like the way you think. I think everyone was kind of lying about trying to protect it. I mean, I know I was.
I'm not sure what I was doing. I think I was trying to get Misty on our side. So I wanted to talk to them, but it didn't work.
Likely word of your plans to get the null fragment reached them.
Probably. Probably Twilight and Ethan. I mean, they were
Wouldn't
with
doubt
Misty. They were. I
And-
offered to help. I said the whole of Gallus Nesting would be with them if they wanted help. That's more than Twilight and Ethan. That's me, you, Crinny, Lou, Ace. That's way more than just 2 people.
But a majority of us are not considered trustworthy by the public. You and Lou, especially after the incident with the books, have been spoken of in less positive ways publicly.
And that goes back to what was everyone else doing?
They all think they're so much better because they haven't done what you did. But in the end, they are no better than anyone else.
I mean, what's the saying? It's better to try and fail than not try and would have succeeded or something. I'd rather cross options up the list than not do anything at all.
Exactly.
I mean, I could probably start writing some books, putting them in Windhaven. Like, this one would say, don't wish for an observer to be an entity. Unless maybe it's like, if you wish for this specified, whatever the word is, that you want them to be in a survival entity, not an angel entity.
Yeah. I would not recommend putting your name on that, though, as...
People wouldn't, second they say river, they wouldn't trust it.
I suggest making a pen name. I've been using the name Milo as a pen name myself because it's a little bit more marketable.
Yeah, when I
they
first
tend to
came
associate
here,
with the Milos with the peaceful armor stands that kind of dance around. So, that's quite marketable. You were saying?
yeah, when I first showed up here, everyone was calling me Eleanor. But I don't know if there's another goat lady called that I just look similar to. I could use that name.
Yeah, that could work as a good pen name. And I doubt that anyone would remember that. It'd be strange if they did and make that weird connection.
Yeah.
It could probably also be written off as not you because, well, there's been a lot of new people appearing. I haven't seen Jack before, but, oh, bless you.
Bless me. Who haven't you seen before?
I've only seen Jack once or twice, and it was after the, you know.
Yeah, I've seen a
So
Jack. I've seen Jack a couple of times. It seems like they disappear somewhere for a while and then return. Like my...
What did you say her name was again?
Fef.
Beth.
Yeah, they live in Windhaven, just outside the library.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen their home.
Yeah, they have Barrow on the... they say Barrow's name a lot better than I do. I feel like the R's supposed to roll on your tongue or something. I need Fev to come back so I can figure out how to say Barrow properly.
Could I try to read the name and pronounce it?
I mean, it's just Barrow. That's how you spell it. Just Barro.
Hmm.
Like Barrow?
Barrel?
That might be it.
I don't know.
I haven't just turned one. Come on, tell me how to say barrow, please. No, I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say barrow.
But yeah, I also recently learned how to do something.
Yeah?
Which, before I get into that, I did want to end up talking to you about, since we've been able to learn a bit from building cesium body. Do you think it'd be possible to try building one for me? At
I
some
mean, you
point?
said you wanted a new leg. I guess we could build you an entire body as well.
Yeah, that would be preferable.
I mean, once we finish cesium, we'll have the schematics to make as many bodies up as we want to.
Yeah.
The only hard part is making sure you connect to it.
It's more of I have a connection to the pumpkin itself. The explanation for it is a bit grotesque. But if you want to hear it, I can explain it to you the best of my abilities.
Hit me.
So, the way that I found this was I originally found the torso that you see me use with the upper arms and legs. It's a bit disturbing to say, but it's more of a balloon casing than anything.
Oh.
I did end up having to scoop pretty much everything out from the inside. It was really, really disturbing to be there and see it.
Yeah, I bet it was.
But it just means it'd be a little bit easier to make, but it's...
Oh, we get the cesium. Once cesium's done, we'll get the schematics and we'll change them so there's more room inside the robot for you to.
Yeah. For it to be completely hollow, and I mostly just need something a bit more.
So you mainly need the metal
leathery.
casing on the outside.
Yes. And preferably something a little less. An outer casing on top of that casing that's a little less leathery. Maybe something I could actually dig my vines into. Well, the thing about that is, I'm able to generate very small vines that punch through the skin and create nerves. It takes a little while to do that, but if I don't do that, I can't really move as well as I would originally hope that I could. So, in my hopes, it'd be something soft or organic. Something skin-like that I'd be able to fully punch through.
I'll have to look for materials.
Right. And preferably something not leathery and gross.
Yeah.
I think I've already had enough of that with this. But specifically that foot right there. It's incredibly uncomfortable.
Yeah, we'll make you something.
Thank you. One thing that I have learned that's quite interesting is that I'm able to reposition my organs in whatever order that I need them to be, which means that I have a very small internal food source. It can hold very small amounts of food, but it is possible.
You enjoying the carrot? Oh my god.
Wait, how'd you know it's the carrot?
Just like I have a third eye to.
Weird knowledge of if I'm eating a carrot.
It's just, I could tell by the sound of the crunch. And it was a carrot.
I could fit up to 2 carrots in there. It's not much, but...
You eating 2 carrots?
I don't know, I'm only eating like half of one of them.
You need a carrot. Oh my god.
That is one of the cool things that I did learn about the different hosts.
Yeah.
Originally, I had to eat things manually, but in some cases, more specifically, if I need to eat 1 or 2 carrots only, I would be fine. The downside to that, though, is that it is stored sort of in the middle of my abdomen, so it's incredibly uncomfortable to walk too quickly if I want to keep up the carrots.
Oh.
So, it's more of just small
walk
bits
quickly
of
or carrots?
carrots.
What
What? It could be useful in case of emergencies.
Yeah, if you're like trapped in a cell for 5 seconds, you need a carrot.
What? I have a very slow metabolism. I don't need to eat that much.
I mean, you are a pumpkin. So like most
Yeah,
of...
if I...
Don't you need to like sit in the dirt for a bit to eat?
No, it's more of just...
Fun?
I need to be able to get into decent sunlight in order to not need to eat for an extended period, but if I were to be stuck underground for an extended period, well, there's a solution.
Or a pumpkin.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Huh?
You said or a pumpkin. I got a little confused there. What?
I said you're a pumpkin.
Oh.
You good?
Yeah, I just remembered something a bit strange. When I went to go pack up my things and move out of the cave in the ground, I did learn that there were a few strange items in my home. Why the fuck was there a stack of pumpkin pie? I don't know if you're the one who left that, but
No.
someone did.
I don't think there's only one time I've gotten pumpkin pie and I made Phil of it. You have a brother out there called Phil. I made a face out of pumpkin pies. I don't know if he's okay. I think he's dead actually. I think I went back to get him and there was just blood.
Oh man. Well, just try not to make any more pumpkin pies. It is.
I don't make pumpkin pies anyway. I make steak.
That's good to hear.